Good afternoon, everyone. The time is now 4:25. I now call the meeting to order. Stephanie, can you please take roll call?
You asked her to turn her camera on, Renata. She can be counted towards the board.
Ms. Christie, can you turn your camera on, please? Hi, everyone. In order for us to establish a quorum, we have to have all cameras on.
I'm texting, I don't know.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, we're just trying to get a quorum, so just hang tight.
So we gotta go.
I'm here. Yeah, they can see you.
Okay, let's try this again. Good afternoon, everyone. It is now 4:30. I will now call the meeting to order. Stephanie, can you take the roll call, please?
Yes.
Ms. Bayham? Here. Ms. Bayham here. Mr. Boynton? Mr. Ennis? Ms. Gonzalez?
Christie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Can you say here for the roll, please?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Meta? Ms. Stewart? Mr. Taylor?
Here. Here.
Thank you, Eric. Ms. Webb? Here.
You're not,
Here.
You may have to talk a little louder, Stephanie. I'm not sure if people hear you.
I got you, Eric. Thank you. And Ms. Washington?
Here.
And you have 5 here. You have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Before we start here, the meeting rules, for people in the room, raise your hand if you want to speak. Wait until I call on you before talking, keep side conversations quiet, stay on the topic we are discussing. For people joining by Zoom, you must be on camera with your full name showing to count for a quorum. Keep your microphone off unless I call on you. Click raise hand if you want to speak. Wait until I call on you before unmuting. For all attendees, the Q&A box is only for people who ask for an ADA accommodation. It is not for public comment. Committee members, that is, both in person and virtual, speak first, then in-person public members, then public members on Zoom. Please be patient. Hybrid meetings can be hard to manage. If we run short on time, comments may be limited. Comments about a person's character are not allowed. Public members will have 1 chance to comment on each agenda item. Each person has 2 minutes. Public comment would also happen before a vote or at other times if I allow it. So let's please work together to keep the meeting respectful and on track. Everyone should have reviewed the July summary meeting. A copy is in your packet and linked in the agenda sent by email. I need a motion to accept the minutes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you, Christie. Because of open meeting laws, we must vote by roll call. Stephanie, please take the roll call vote.
Okay, a vote for yes is to approve the meeting summary. A vote for no is to not approve the meeting summary. Ms. Bayham?
Yes.
Ms. Bayham, yes. Mr. Boynton? Mr. Ennis? Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
Gonzalez, yes.
Yes.
Dr. Meta? Ms. Stewart? Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Mr. Taylor, yes. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Webb, yes. Oh, I guess I don't need to ask you, sorry. Since you're here. And you have 4 yeses, 0 no's, so the motion passes.
Thank you, Stephanie. The July meeting summary passes by unanimous consent. Okay, moving on, our first agenda item is an update from LRS, Melissa Van, who will now give her update. Melissa.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I will start with, information on the federal government shutdown and how that impacts LRS, which, luckily right now is not much. So the government shutdown affects federal fiscal year 2026 funds. But we have carryover funds from federal fiscal year 2025, so we're able to operate on the funds from our federal fiscal year 2025, as well as the state general funds that we received in July. So as of right now, the only thing that's really affected is we can't do administrative activities for our independent living grants, but right now that's not critical. That just means we can't do any monitoring, but that's not anything that we need to do right now.
It doesn't impact anything, sorry, go.
Wanted to give an update, last meeting, I mentioned that we were working on staffing contracts for pre-employment transition services for 4 of our regions. And I'm happy to report that now we have 2 contracts that have, been executed. We have for Region 1, which is the New Orleans region, we have Families Helping Families of Greater New Orleans is our contractor for that region. These contracts were recently approved, so we do not have staff yet on that particular contract, but the contractor is working on hiring for that staffing contract. We also had contracted with Easter Seals for Region 7, which is our Shreveport region, and they have finished hiring, so we have 3 new staff on that staffing contract who will assist Region 7 or the Shreveport region with pre-employment transition services coordination. To give an update on hiring for LRS, not within the staffing contract, we are, as part of our efforts to improve recruitment, we are working on a special entrance rate with our HR department, which has to go through civil service, but we are making progress. The lady who is assisting me with this has already, she's done a cost estimate, which is part of the process. I spoke to her yesterday, so it is hopefully moving through the process so that we can increase the entry counselor pay to hopefully recruit some quality candidates who will come and stay. We also, in one of my other updates, I spoke about SarahWorks, which is a communication software. We were hoping to have that up and running by October 1st, but it did not happen. You have to go through OTS, which is the Office of Technology Services and governance boards and all these different approvals that I didn't know about. But we have finally received the final approvals from OTS. So we're in the final stages of hopefully executing that contract with SarahWorks. So hopefully we'll be able to implement that soon. And that platform will allow us to meet with customers virtually. It'll allow us to text, email, do all these things, but everything that we do will also be reported in our case management system. So it'll help with our case management. Right now, if you send a customer an email, you're gonna have to copy and paste that into our case management system. Whereas SarahWorks will integrate our email with our case management system, so it keeps a record of text messages. It'll keep a record of emails. It'll also allow us to, like if a customer needs to submit documents to us, they can submit it through SarahWorks, which could include taking a picture on your phone. Like it has a lot more capabilities than we have right now. It'll also allow us to send documents that might need to be completed and signed by customers. It'll send those through the platform as well. So it'll just hopefully help our communication and make some things seamless that are not seamless right now. We are also piloting a new vocational rehab VR application form and streamline application process to hopefully reduce some wait times in the vocational rehab process. So essentially there are some things that we are doing in the application process that are really need to be done in the planning process, and it's holding some things up. So we're hopefully we're working on a streamlined process that'll help to speed up the application eligibility process so that we can get customers to the planning process, which is obviously where they want to be, because that's where we're planning and providing services. So those are my updates, but happy to take any questions, or if there's a topic that I didn't cover that you'd like me to cover, I'd be happy to do that.
Thank you, Melissa. Any questions before we move on? All right, moving on the agenda. Unfortunately, there's no representative for Emmanuel here today, but we will have a rep here on tomorrow, the full council meeting. Next is an update on contractual activities. We're running short on time, I may ask staff to keep updates.
So we're not running.
I may ask staff to keep updates brief. Full details are in the status report inside your group council meeting packet. Stephanie will share her update.
All right, y'all. If somebody can share the little.
I can show.
So while they're getting on, it's kind of just an attendance summary for all of the trainings for the transition to adulthood, which is activity 3.1.5. Team Dynamics finished their trainings. They held a training in New Orleans and Ruston in August, and that completed their trainings. They had a total of 34 people attend these trainings. We have changed kind of how they're going to do these trainings moving forward, because this is this activity is going to continue on the 2026 action plan. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. They also presented at the American Association on Intellectual Developmental Disabilities in September, which was held in Alexandria. So they presented on this one and the other contract that they have with us, which is the abuse and neglect one. They had a panel on there, they were speakers, and they were able to give continuing education units, CEUs to certain professionals, or if they needed it. So they are certified, I guess, to give those CEUs for any of their trainings. So they're already planning this year's, so the action plan that started October 1 to the federal fiscal year 26, they've already started planning out what they're gonna do. And back when we had the, what's it called, the planning meeting, they had given a list of additional trainings that they wanted to include this year. So those will be implemented in this plan. And if you have any questions, let me know, I can try to answer them.
Thank you, Stephanie. Any questions before we move on? Questions? Okay. We will now move to announcements.
I have one announcement. It is just to let the committee know that at our next meeting, you will be asked, so in January, you will be asked to come up with recommendations for the activities on our federal fiscal 27 plan. So just to kind of start thinking about things that you want to see on this new plan, this is the start of the next 5-year plan, which y'all are going to be looking at tomorrow. So just kind of looking through those things and what kind of activities you want to see in education or employment for that next year, or if it's a multi-year, that kind of thing. So these are just ideas. And then also, if you have any additional, for example, any home and community-based kind of ideas, you can present or be a public member for that standing committee. So that one, the recommendations from the committee are just going to be on the education and employment piece. So if you have any other recommendations, just make sure that you're going to the correct meeting. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, tomorrow is the full council meeting. It begins at 10 a.m. in this room. Please note the new schedule because of the location. Do any committee members have any announcements? I do want to recognize that, Ms. Webb, this is your last meeting with the Education and Employment Committee. I just want to thank you for your service and your contributions to the council. Thank you. Enjoy working with you tonight. There are no announcements and no objections. We will adjourn. Any objections? Hearing none, I adjourn the meeting at 4:45.